Howdy folks, how you going? Rob here guys. Welcome to another clip. Today we are talking Starlink. We are in the middle of a 12 volt install in the back of the 2016 Space Cab Ranger. Make sure to follow along to see how that progresses and where we get to. We're putting in the kick-ass 230 amp hour lithium battery with a full kit, full accessories. We've got a bit of a test rig happening here behind me. Make sure everything works before we put it into the cab itself. Today though, we are talking Starlink. Now heaps of us out there have Starlink. I've got Starlink, you've probably got Starlink if you're watching this video. And we were all told that when we bought these things, you had to put them on the ground, face them south, on this little tilted angle here, right? This is the Gen 3. Some of you may have the Gen 1, some of you may have the Starlink Mini. Now, once the Starlink sort of started to reveal the Mini, which is the real small one, they started to change their roaming plans a little bit, and it allowed for panels to sit flat. What this opened up was the ability to rig these things to your roof rack. Now, the size of this particularly, the Mini I know is quite small and compact and great, but I've got the Gen 3 version 4, which is quite big. I mean, when you want to travel this thing, you've got to put it back in its box or come up with a bag for it or whatever it might be. And the thing's huge once you try and store that somewhere. But there's a whole stack of room on the roof rack that we could utilize to run the Starlink. And it also means now with the roaming plan, and they've updated it again, you can actually run it while you're driving. So we'll give that a check, we'll give that a go. And also, folks, if you don't know this already, you don't need to use your Starlink modem that comes with it, especially the Gen 3. I know the Mini has it built in, but the Gen 3 one, folks, you don't need to use this. And I have proof in the pudding with the this here. We've got a PoE injector and a new modem that I now run for Starlink. And the actual connection time from turning it on to connecting is triple. It is so fast, and the speeds I'm getting aren't just fast but constant. I did find with this thing, every hour or so, or I presume when another satellite goes over, I'm not sure, it would drop out for a couple of seconds. For whatever reason, with that modem, I'm not finding that drop out anymore. Whether there's been an update to the Starlink systems, which there always is almost every time you turn it on, I don't know, but I'm running with it. So there is other options there for the modem. I will do a separate video, folks, on that modem, so stay tuned. How to set it all up, how to configure it, all that kind of thing. It is fantastic, that little rig. Now, we are focusing on the Outcamp setup today. We want to put this guy on the roof rack, then run the cabling down into the cab to power it up off our 12 volts. So, Outcamp here, a South Australian-based company, fantastic, supporting the Aussie businesses out there, have a clear cover for this thing. So obviously we're going to mount this on the roof rack, but I want some protection on it. Here in Queensland where I am, we get some mega storms in the afternoon. Now, I'm not saying this is going to protect it from all the hail and everything, but it's better than nothing. And obviously bird crap. When the birds fly around or they're sitting on your roof rack at camp and they do a big dirty one on the Starlink, it's going to be hard to get off. At least with this, it'll be able to clean it off and make it a bit easier. All right, so let's have a look at it. Let me pop the old Dishy McDish face down and we'll have a look. When I bought the Starlink, I thought, oh yeah, I'll be able to just throw that in the back of the ute, should be right, carry it around. It is huge. It is, the Gen 3, folks, is a large device. And I'm sorry, folks, but we have to do it. There we go. Can't not do that, right? There's something very relaxing and soothing about that. Okay, enough mucking around. Polycarbonate, there you go, folks. UV protected on both sides. So there's the inner lining there to protect the sheath. Obviously we're going to peel that off before we put it on. And you can see here they've got the grooves at the top, and the sides here. Obviously it's going to slide over the top of your Starlink unit. Now the cool thing about buying everything from one place is Outcamp also make the mounts for the roof rack. Now I run a Rhino Rack Pioneer platform, and these mounts here are designed to work with the cover as well, because these do fit the Starlink straight on without the cover, but obviously then you buy the cover and you're getting the extra few mil of protection to sit on top, and it wouldn't fit. But Outcamp have thought of that. So the way they've designed it is obviously it slides on from the front, so it's a bit hard to get me orientation right here with the camera, but it slides on from the front. So if here's me Dishy McDish face, slides on, locks in, and then what they've done here, Outcamp have been quite good about this. They have the two ends that sit on your Starlink. I'll show you this in just a second. They've got a cutout for them. So you can see here, there's your cutouts at each end. And this one here sits here, and this one here sits here. And then basically what happens then is on the back. All these parts are included, folks, from Outcamp. The lug and the Rhino Rack platform nut then slide into the track, and you can put it wherever you like on your roof rack. And this section here, if you're wondering, folks, just quickly locks in to the Starlink dish. So what happens here? This little lever or the wedge comes out. Pull that out. Replace that with that, or that way around, sorry. And then they lock in to the roof rack channel system as well. So how cool. Looks very nice and shiny. So folks, it does come with instructions. Obviously you want to take all the bubble wrap off and then take this little cover or this little lining off and then slide it over the top of your Starlink dish. It really is such a satisfying thing when you do this sort of thing. It's like when you get a new computer, right? You open it up and you take that little bit of lining out. It's always a nice feeling. Beautiful, beautiful. And also, as a hot tip, give your Starlink a clean. Just give it a little bit of a once over before you put it on, because now the idea here is to not take it off again. So get it nice and clean, nice and shiny. That's probably the cleanest it's been in quite a while for me. Now, folks, it's probably easier to do this standing up, but for the sake of the video and helping you guys out, I'm going to try and do it while I'm in the frame of the camera. So basically, you just put him on, just like that. Whoop, line him up, sit him down, and then slide it straight on. Look at that. That is fantastic. Absolutely unreal. That didn't take any effort at all. Just went on just like that. And that looks brilliant, doesn't it? How good. Nice and shiny. I'm sure it won't stay that way after a few months out in the wilderness, but it's nice and satisfying to know you've got a bit of protection on your Starlink. These things aren't cheap. And yeah, I feel really, really, really good about that. That is a top quality bit of product. Now, we want to make sure the clamps still fit. This is the big test, folks. We're going to see what happens here. So we've got one at this end and the other one at this end. So that there, folks, is how she's going to sit on the roof rack. How cool is that? Obviously, there's a third mount to go in underneath the Starlink as well, where the stand pops out and we replace it with the other bracket. Let me just pop that off. And then this one here sits underneath with these two locked into your sliding lugs in the channels of your roof rack. That is pretty cool. I am very happy with that. That is a fantastic product, folks. Australian company as well, and looking forward to getting this on the roof rack. Now, obviously, it comes with the kickstand. We've got to replace that or get rid of it to put this mount in. So, how do you get rid of this thing? A lot of people ask this question. How do you get rid of the kickstand on your Starlink? Right. You can get one of these tools, or you can use sort of two fingers and then pull it. But what you got to do is this little section under here, right there, get a couple of thumbs under there, and then use this as a lever and then pull it towards you. So what'll happen is this will lift up and then you'll pull it out and it's just going to pop out like that. Or you can use the tool as well. We won't use the tool. We'll do it the old-fashioned way because you might not have the tool. I'm just going to have to turn it around a little bit just so I can get to it. So lift up with your thumbs and then pull it out. Literally that easy. There you go, folks. That's how you remove the kickstand from your Starlink. All right, let's go mount it on the roof rack. All right, so you're probably wondering, the Starlink's on the roof rack. How do I get it off if I don't want it there anymore? We've put the Outcamp mount on, obviously, and we've been sitting there driving around having a great time with our Starlink. Now we want to take the Starlink off. The quickest and easiest way is to grab your little demounting tool here that comes with the kit from Outcamp. Good stuff. Take your two ends off from the roof rack. Now remember, we're upside down here, so this is the roof rack is here, essentially. Grab your tool, place your tool through here, and all you need to do, folks, is have that push through to here, so it locks in, and then use a bit of force to pull back. Now, obviously, this is a bit round the wrong way for me, so it's already lifted up out of the grooves, and you're going to want to pull it back. Easy as that, folks. That's all it takes to take it off, and then you can take your Starlink off the roof if you need to. There you go, folks. How to demount and mount your Starlink. All right, let's get it on the roof. Alrighty, folks, welcome to the roof rack. Okay, this is a Pioneer platform rack. It has odd channels in it, as in odd numbered channels, so I can't go completely centered, but this is the closest I can get. The two center channels aren't, there's not a single center channel, if you know what I mean, but there's two channels in the middle that are either side of center. So we're going to go there. I've got the axe here, I've got a shovel here. On that side, I do a fishing rod and max tracks. So this is a nice little area here that's a bit vacant at the moment that'll fit the Starlink just nicely. So I've already put the center slot into the channel here, and we can slide it wherever you want to go, folks. So That is the benefit, or one of the benefits, of a Pioneer platform rack. Now, the bit size is always interesting. This is 13 mil. So the ones that come with the Outcamp are 13 mil. So we're just going to tighten them up into the center here. Nice and tight. Don't be shy, folks. Do not be shy. Remember, you're going to be driving down the highway. You're going to be on corrugated roads. You're going to be off-road. Don't be shy in this department. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to get the Starlink itself and the cable, and then we'll put the two end channels on. All right, so first thing we're going to do is plug back in the Starlink. There's nothing at the other end of this cable just yet. Rightio, that's in there, nice and snug. And we'll lift it up and over. Might need to move the camera here, I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. All right, I'm just going to move the camera, folks, and hopefully you can see in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's the mount just in here, and the Starlink on top, and all we've got to do is push it across. So we'll do that now. There we go, that's in. Yep, that's it. Give it a bit of a wiggle. It's not going anywhere. Very good. Lift it from the back. Nah, solid. So we're in. What we want to do now, folks, is the two ends. Put the two end clamps on to make sure she doesn't move. So, folks, the Outcamp series of brackets do come with the Pioneer lugs. Just check on their website for whatever roof rack you might have. That I don't know, but at least for the Pioneer roof racks, you're good to go. Now, obviously, you want to mount this around the right way, and we're going to slide into the channel here and spin it and then lock it into place. So let's do that now. We'll pop him in the channel, little open slit there, slide him along, turn it, and then hopefully that will line up. Oh, just like that. How good. We'll just do a loose tighten for the moment till we get the other one on. So that's not completely done up yet. Don't forget to do them up tight, but for now, we still need to put on the one here at the back. So we'll do that now. So it's a rinse and repeat, folks. Pop that in to the channel, move your cable out of the way, tuck him under there, push it up, turn it once you're past the big open slit section, and then hopefully she lines up just like that. How good. Now we're going to tighten these up. We want to go tight, but remember, we want to go evenly. So you don't want to over tighten one before you do the other, or you might get a bit of a bow. So we're just going to do both at the same time. That's looking pretty good. Oh, yep. So there you go, folks. That's the Outcamp Starlink mount up and on the roof. How good. What a fantastic product. Well done. Aussie company. Check them out. Outcamp. That looks pretty fantastic to me. That's not going anywhere. But we will go for a drive now, folks. We'll go up the road. We'll hit the highway for a bit and see how we go. It'll be a nervous drive. Probably one of the most nervous drives I've done. But I'm feeling pretty confident in it. So let's go for a cruise. Alrighty, folks, we're in the car. We're about to go for a drive with the Starlink on the roof rack using the Outcamp brackets to secure it in. Let's see how we go. I'm a little nervous. I'm pretty confident, but still a little bit nervous. We're going to go down a country road here, folks. We've got traffic coming the other way. It's one lane each way. Potholes, twists, turns, curves, all of the usual things. And the speed limit is 100k an hour. So I think this is a pretty good way to test it. I could have gone down a main highway or something like that, but there's no real challenge there for the bracket. So what we're going to do is go down this country road here, very similar to the Bruce Highway, that kind of thing. We're out in Western Queensland here, and see how we go, see how it holds up. Yeah, fingers crossed the Starlink doesn't come flying off the roof rack. We'll wait for a couple of these cars to go past, and then we'll hit the road. Alrighty, here we go. Fingers crossed. Let's throw the camera up on the roof and see how she goes. Well, folks, the Outcamp brackets definitely passing their first test there on the highway, on the bitumen. Now, time for the second test on The dirt. Yeah, that's right. We're going to run up the road here. We've just pulled off the highway, a little dirt track, a little dirt road up here. We're going to get probably up to about 80k an hour, which is probably about what you should be on a standard dirt road. It is slightly corrugated, I can see up ahead, so we'll see how we go. A little bit bumpier, a little bit wilder, and we'll see how the Outcamp brackets hold up on a dirt road. All right, let's hit it. We're starting to lose the sunlight here, so I've got to get cracking. All right, let's go. Right, now some of you may be wondering how exactly I've wired the Starlink into the back of the Space Cab Ranger here. Now, what I've done essentially is I've run it from the Starlink unit along the back of the Rhino Rack platform here, down the back through the gap here in the tub. Now, there is a grommet on the back wall here in the Space Cab Rangers. I've already filled it up. I've got 240 running through there. I've got 12 volt running through there, all off the dual battery system, which you'll see in the build series. So make sure you subscribe for that. You're about to get a sneaky peek at it though. It's not quite finished, but you'll get a sneaky peek at it. And this is how it looks on the inside at the moment. So what essentially has happened is the Starlink cable has come up from underneath here, folks. There's a little grommet hole just in there, which I will show in detail on the 12 volt install video that is coming your way. And basically she comes up the back here, runs up here, through the side, along the back and over to the modem and PoE switch. So let's go have a quick look over there for you. So on this side of the cab, folks, we've got the PoE injector and the Wi-Fi router for Starlink. Now, like I said earlier, I don't run the original Starlink unit. I have swapped it out for this. Install video, how to and review of this little setup coming your way very, very shortly, folks. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe and get a hold of that one. You're gonna want to get your hands on these little bits of kit instead of the Starlink router. My goodness, they are fantastic, but that's still to come, folks. Well, folks, we've made it. We're back home. The Starlink is still rock solid on the roof rack here. It has not moved an inch or even a centimetre. Outcamp kit here, South Australian company. Get your hands on them, folks. Check them out, outcamp.com.au. Fantastic products, heaps of different stuff for your Starlink, not just mounts. They've also got other accessories, cabling, all that sort of thing. Get on their website, check them out. Just a fantastic product from an Aussie company. About 150 bucks, folks, for the cover, and about 150 bucks for the brackets. Now, a bit of an investment there to make sure that your Starlink is safe and secure while you're hurtling down the highway, heading to your next camp out. So, folks, I'm very happy with this product here, and I reckon you will be too. Get on their website, outcamp.com.au. Absolutely fantastic. She brushes up just nicely, and it works really well. If you want to see how well, folks, I'm about to do the install video. Going to show you guys how I actually got this, the cabling, the modem, the PoE injector, all that sort of stuff plugged into the 12 volt system. So that video coming very, very shortly. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, folks, so you don't miss that one. But I love the branding up there too, but I think it's missing something, folks. I think we need to add some Wanderer branding to it as well. So let's throw a Wanderer sticker on there as well. Get him nice and straight. That way we can beam ourselves up to Scotty into the universe. Look at that, the Wanderer Oz sticker on there with the Outcamp sticker. Looks absolutely awesome. Also, folks, stubby coolers now in stock. Get in touch if you want to get your hands on one of these stubby coolers. Magnetic stubby cooler. It'll hold a full beer or a full drink up against the side of your car, your fridge, wherever you might be. Absolutely fantastic, those things. And everything tastes better out of a Wanderer stubby cooler. Don't you worry about that. But folks, the Outcamp kit, get on it, get amongst it. Check out their website. Fantastic products and another Aussie small business, folks. Get out there and help them out. Well, I'm very happy with that. I might jump on the Starlink and upload this video. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe so you can see the upcoming install video of this guy, how I got all the plumbing through for the wiring, how it connects to the 12 volt. You don't want to miss that one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what sort of Starlink you are running or you plan to run. Maybe you're looking at this video to work out how you're going to rig yours when you get yours, or if you've got yours, let me know what you've got and how you plan to do it. Get in touch if you want a stubby cooler as well, and a sticker pack. We can sort something out for you. All right, folks, be in touch. Stay good to each other. We'll see you all very, very soon. Cheers.